Hey guys, so today I am doing a baking video. I've been thinking about starting like a baking series on this channel. I don't know what to call it, but I love to bake and that's a part of my life that I haven't shared with you guys. So I figured I would put my love of books and my love of baking together and make recipes that have to do with books. So today's recipe is inspired by Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and in Fangirl, Levi makes a pumpkin Mocha Breve drink. So I decided to kind of make that into a cheesecake just because I love cheesecake, I love making cheesecake, and I thought that a pumpkin Mocha Breve cheesecake could be really good. So yeah, so I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So we will start with the crust. You're going to need some graham crackers because this is a graham cracker crust. Usually I just use 1.5 packets and bash it up, and if I need any more then I will put some more in. So I just put it all into a plastic bag and make sure all of the air is out of it, and then I just get something hard like a rolling pin or something and just bash it up. And then you just keep bashing until it's a very fine crumb consistency. And you're just going to empty that all into a bowl. And then in this I have 3 tablespoons of light brown sugar and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And you're just going to empty that into your bowl. And then here I have 1 stick of butter melted, and you just put that in. And then I just take a whisk and whisk that all together until it is starting to come together so you can pack it in as your crust. And so I just spread it as evenly as possible in the pan and then just pack it down. So now it is nice and packed down, and I'm going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes and then take it out and wait for it to cool. So I've taken the crust out of the oven and it is cooling, so now we will make the cheesecake. So first off, you're going to need 3 8-ounce bricks of cream cheese, and you're just going to put it in a mixer with the whisk attachment and beat it until it's smooth. So I've left this to beat until it's really smooth and creamy. I also forgot to mention that the cream cheese has to be room temperature. So now you're going to take your pumpkin, and this is 1 15-ounce can, and put that in. And then put in your eggs, and this is 3 eggs plus 1 yolk. Then add in your sour cream. This is 1/4 of a cup of sour cream. And then add in your sugar, and this is 1.5 cups of sugar. And then just turn this on and let all of that beat together. Then in here I have 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cloves, and 2 tablespoons of flour, and then just put that in. And then the last ingredient is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then just mix that together. So now to make the mocha part, I am boiling some water and then I'm going to reduce it to a simmer. Put a heat-proof bowl on top and then melt some dark chocolate. And the dark chocolate I'm using is this Lindt one, 70% cocoa. Doesn't really matter what chocolate you use, I don't think. Then I'm just going to place it on here and wait for it to melt and mix it around a bit while it's melting. And then here I just have a mug of boiling water, and I'm going to use these Folgers Classic Roast Instant Coffee Crystals to make some coffee so that I can put it into the chocolate to make it mocha. So I've taken this off of the heat to let it cool a little bit, and I'm going to put some of the coffee in it. I'm not really sure how much, I'm just gonna do it by ear. So I ended up using about 1/2 of the cup of coffee, and I'm really happy with the texture of it now. So now I'm just going to add it into this little baggie. So now I have just spooned all of the pumpkin cheesecake mixture on top of the crust, and I have my coffee flavored chocolate in this little bag. I'm going to cut a little hole in it. Regularly I'd probably just try to make some sort of pretty design, but I'm having a Halloween party tomorrow, so I'm going to try to make it a spider web design. So for the spider design, I'm just going to do a lot of rings around the cheesecake. Now I am taking a sharp knife, and I have a cup of water right here just to make sure that I clean my knife after every time that I do it. So I'm just going to take it, put it in the middle, and kind of bring it out. And then clean it off. So now I'm just going to wrap the outside of the cheesecake in aluminum foil and put it in a water bath just so that it doesn't crack, and then put it in the oven for an hour. And then just put some water in the pan around your cheesecake just so that there's some moisture in there so that the top doesn't crack. So the cheesecake is now out of the oven. It was in there for about an hour and 40 minutes, so it did take a little bit longer than I expected. I'm now going to put it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, but I'm probably gonna leave mine in for overnight. And here's the cheesecake after it's been refrigerated overnight. I think it looks pretty good. It's really good, it's super creamy, and it's not super overpoweringly pumpkin-y, but it's really spicy, and yeah, it's really yummy. So yeah, I feel like this recipe is really, really good for fall, and I just thought that it would be a good recipe to adapt into a cheesecake form. And yeah, if any of you guys end up making this cheesecake, definitely send me pictures. Leave me comments down below and let me know of any other bookish recipes that you'd like me to make. And yeah, I hope you like this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!